come on a journey with me to turn this into this. With this project, I used Generals pastels and Choco, and these are the ones that I found on Amazon that you can get. Hello, so I'm going to show you how to make clouds with Choco pastels, and as you can see, I am drawing the lines to have a guideline of the starting of it. And you see Bella is sleeping right next to me. By the end of it, I'm going outside, because even though it was raining outside, I needed to look at nature when drawing. That's one of my favorite. Definitely when drawing clouds, I love to look at nature. And you smudge the lines, and around somewhat in this video, I'm going to show you the difference between smudging it with your finger and smudging it with a Q-tip paper. I think it's personally better to smudge the lines and with the finger rather than a piece of paper or a Q-tip, just because I'll explain later. But a lot of artists don't like it to be smudged with fingers because of the oil that's on your fingers, because it will damage the art in the long run, and it'd be lost over time rather than preserved. Also, I'm going to show you how to fix your art piece if you messed up, because right now I am messing up. I am doing it wrong. So where you see that I'm shading it at is supposed to be white, and where it's white, it's supposed to be shaded. And down the road in this video, you will see me stop for a second, acknowledge that I messed up. But hey, you can fix it. It would take it longer to finish, but it will still work no matter what. So I'm just smudging everything together, making sure it's all in the paper, like in the grooves of the paper to where it will stick at the moment. In the comments, tell me what you would like me to show you how to draw or paint. Sorry if the camera is still moving, because I'm literally holding it with my hand and doing it and then drawing it, painting it at the same time. So yeah, I'm doing my best. But yeah, tell me in the comments what you want me to show you how to paint or draw next. Forewarning, before it's gonna look better, it is gonna look really muddy and blended in together to where you think you cannot save it. But I promise you, with any artworks, you can save anything. It just takes really a lot of thinking, process, and a calm mind to comprehend. Okay, around this moment, you will see I figured out that I messed up right at this moment. And hey, I didn't stop this video. I just kept on going, and I was like, hey, I can show people how to fix their mistakes. Okay, so you see at this moment, I'm just keep on going, and I just blended everything together. I blended the white because you need a dark pencil or a stick, like this. What I'm using is Choco sticks, a dark stick and a light stick to help blend it together. Okay, and you see that I am actually darkening it up where the shadow is supposed to be. Okay, and at this moment, I am cutting in with the white pastels, Choco, whichever what you would like to call it. And this is where the moon and the stars will shine on the clouds to have that light to dark ratio, the brightness. And it's still going to be not as pigment as it should be at the moment, but you just keep on working it. With art, you just keep on working it, but learn to not work too much into it. That's why at the end of the video, I stopped until next week. We get to learn how to put stars into the painting. Into the drawing. And so now I go back into my darker shade and darken up the shadows, so you can have a difference between light and dark. I'm about to speed it up a little bit more just because I'm just repeating this until we get to where we want to be. Around this time, I feel like I have just can tell that, like, okay, I fixed my mistakes. I can see it coming. Like, this is what it was supposed to look like at the beginning. If I didn't make mistakes and did the light as dark and the dark as light. Yeah, at this point, I was like, okay, so we're fixing it. And hey, it took us longer to get here, but at least I can show you, hey, if you really wanted to do something, you can do it, and you can fix it, and you can make it better. And you can see, like, okay, the light is vibrant. You can definitely see it. It is definitely there. Hey, and no worries. We fixed it. Okay, and so right around here, we started working on the sky. And the sky is going to be the darkest part rather than, like, the shading of the clouds. The sky is going to be trying to be darker than the shade, or the exact same. And you work on layer and layer. I'm about to show you a technique after you get to a point where you feel like you need to stop, and you can spray it to keep it to actually stay and stick, because Choco, you can easily wipe it off if you didn't know that. Okay, so this is the special art spray. Just so you know, it is really dangerous, so you need to spray it outside. It has a lot of chemicals in it, as you can see. If you don't have this, you can use hairspray. It probably won't work as best, but you need to spray it a few feet away so it doesn't make it worse. But tomorrow I can probably mess it up a little bit, and I'll show you how to fix it if you did that. Made a mistake with it, the sprayer. Okay, after I sprayed it, I let it dry for a while, and then you can go back into it and make it actually darker and lighter at the same time. You can fix all your mistakes. It's not going to be muddy as when I kept on working on it earlier. And now I'm just darkening everything up, as you can tell. Okay, so here's where I'm going to show you the difference between a finger and a Q-tip. Okay, so when you smear it with a Q-tip, a clean Q-tip, it's going to be basically wiping it off, because it doesn't have no oils or anything to really, I guess, grip to. And so I don't like doing it with paper towels, and that is why. And see, when I go through it with, go over this one with my finger, you see how it's darkening up and actually working into the drawing rather than going against everything you just did. After you use the dark stick, you go into it with the white stick with like where the light's supposed to be. And you see that I am using my finger with the white powder on it. So you don't use the finger with the dark powder, just so you don't make another mistake again. And so I'm just smearing the white and blending it in with the dark to have a gradient between the shadow and the light. Okay, so this is one of the final steps, is doing all the dark parts, the shadows, really dark at it, like really get into it. And you see that the curved lines to where the inner clouds on the sides that touch the outer clouds, want to smooth it out. Want to smooth everything. Right here is where I was talking about. This is the inner clouds. We're going to make all that dark so you can tell the difference between the layering of clouds on top of clouds. If that makes sense. Sorry. Sometimes I ramble and nothing makes sense. But hopefully throughout this video you learned a lot by watching it step by step on what is going on. And just look how beautiful it's coming along. I think this is going to be one of my favorite cloud drawings, just because of the color. And I might be drawing more clouds and pictures in my reddish, brownish pastel color that I have. Okay, and this is the finished look for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed this journey and come back next week to do stores. Bye.